Is it a sin to ride another man during exercise, or is that the only time it's acceptable in Rome? Geese are not people. Geese don't have rights. It's okay. One day you'll grow more than one sad ginger pube. I only fuck men who blow up hospitals. Ceramic bowl full of urine. Good, I'm your neck-breaking test monkey. It's gonna be a non-consensual scrub-a-dub-dubbing. There's a little bit of Mr. Clean inside of us all. I got the gallbladder. I wonder who got the part we're all waiting for.
Hilarious. Like and subscribe.
Ave.
Don't Ave me. Don't hit me with words that haven't quite sunk into my stupid little primitive brain. You'll try to guide me. That's definitely coming from these statues, right? That's not just a voice in my head. Are they pointing towards something? Hello, stranger.
What were you two talking about?
Look at this boy. What a thick dad. Sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's
You
your
may
vote
be
worth to
muscular. You might have that thick, warm musk, but I've got a gun. It might take me 5 fucking shots to get through the layers of fucking odor, the thick man grime, but I'll get through eventually. I don't think you scare me, dude. What's it worth to you?
it? A spit of a fauna career. We've lined up all the votes we need already. Mark my words, Malleolus is gonna be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you've sided with that feeble old has-been,
I'm gonna get my
that
face
you've
cut
been trying
off.
to undermine his
Interesting.
hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
I wasn't thinking of interfering, but now I am. I don't care about the election.
Good. Then stay out of it. Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Kaput, as in broken? I think you just called me useless, shitty foreigners, which is adorable. I didn't really expect any literary masterpieces coming out of a man whose mouth doesn't even exist necessarily. But whatever, thanks for the warm welcome. I'll be going now. No, let's ask some questions.
Can't hurt.
Oh, and suddenly he's in love with me. Can I get your fucking name, please?
The name's Domitius.
That explains
You
it.
want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
It's definitely not this guy. He doesn't in any kind of fucking way have the intellect to like cause the end of the world. He's not just gonna punch the world to death and that's the only way it's gonna happen. Why are you dressed like a gladiator?
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
Because I am a radiator, but you're nowhere near an arena.
You want to see me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunners.
Fat cunt. I'm sure fatuous doesn't mean fat, but if he's that's definitely cunt. If I just got called fat cunt in an adorable little detective-y indie game like this, oh, this is the best day of my life. Insult me more, Domitius. Please, I need it. Do you know a way out of here?
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
What do you think about the golden rule?
I think it's gone on long enough.
Yeah, I can't wait to murder everyone I've ever
Once
met.
he's elected,
Well, how's he gonna do that?
he's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
And you expect chaos to just immediately break out? You're gonna be present for an orgy? I think you're I think your existence, I think the fact you're even fucking born means that's never going to happen, dude. You have killed libido in anyone for the rest of time. Why can't you tell me now?
'Cause if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give old man Sentius a chance to interfere in our plans. And we can't have that. We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
I love problems. I am a problem. Who are you going to vote for? I wonder.
Malleolus, of course.
What an absolute bait and
If
switch.
old man
Oh, yeah,
Sentius
Sentius is
can't
great
even
guy.
protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us?
I'd like to meet Malleolus.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it.
I think I have $3 to my name, dude.
I'm glad you asked.
And you don't even know what
See,
they are yet.
He's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
That guy's other daughter. I think he would genuinely allow me to do it for the sake of the world. Isn't soliciting bribes a sin?
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron.
Soon to be paternal figure. I love you, Dad. What do you want?
Dunno. Something good.
I'll see what I can do.
Just make it good.
We'll open up as many quest lines as we possibly can. We'll get the fuck out of here. I don't think this guy is going to be very interesting.
Remember, I'll be watching.
He's idiot brute on the complete opposite scale of the soldier man. Can I ride you? Is it a sin to ride another man during exercise, or is that the only time it's acceptable in Rome? And I get, oh shit, I always forget the doors just get slammed open. We don't have use of our limbs in this game. We just brute force it always. Shitloads of ink jars. I don't think any ink jar is going to be more interesting than the first one. What a fucking ink jar that was. Can hear you, but I can also shoot you in the face. I haven't decided what's a better idea just yet. A note, I can read that. Anonymous friend to Octavia. May the Lord bless and keep you. I'm sorry I cannot risk discussing this with you in person, but if I'm right, then you're a believer like me. You may not be able to openly worship here, but know that you're not alone. If you ever feel like you need somewhere to pray, there's a special place waiting for you deep in the caves behind the theater. Down right at the first fork, and again at the second. I know this used to be a fucking Skyrim mod, but I didn't think Talos was gonna bleed into this game quite so quickly. Bah! Oh god, I thought it was looking at me! I thought it was about to come and devour my head whole!
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Dude, I don't even know what a cistern is. Yes? Why?
Nobody's told you about Hannibal. Why do I have to do everything round here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right?
His lips kind of move. This helmet's
helmet's
just part of his head. Oh, that's weird. It's all like rubbery,
One day,
jiggly.
a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in, and hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground, and hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie, I saw
An even jiggly a gladiator than you.
like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed, and it was eating Hannibal.
There's a fucking Wendigo down here or something. This shit is terrifying enough. With all the existential dread, and the time loop, and the groundhogs. I don't need to worry about this motherfucker. What did you do?
What any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there, and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
You're a gladiator. Kick the shit out of it. That was a great story. I'm still going down.
Without a weapon? Well, it's your funeral.
Have you heard of Gun? I've heard of Gun. I'm very excited about Gun. What do you think this is actually gonna be? You think they're actually gonna try and horror at me? Oh, it's a different place! Wait, didn't the magistrate tell me to go here and didn't warn me about the zombos living in the depths of hell? It seems like something you might have wanted to tell me if you expected me to save the damn world. But no, you want to watch me suffer just as hard. Well, even that guy kinda saved my life. I mean, he then let me do it like a fucking idiot anyway, but you know what? When I've treated him like shit the whole time, who the fuck can blame him? I don't want to waste my bullets if I don't have to. How deep can you go? The music's still really fucking pretty. Go, 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 peeled statue? It broke free. It's ripped its own shiny skin off. I need to remember to keep, like, W pressed. As soon as I'm out of this loading screen, where's Domitius? Can I speak to him about it? I've seen the motherfucker. I'm very upset by the motherfucker. We'll go down there when I've got a weapon that doesn't get wasted by firing, I guess? Wow, there is nothing I can say. What do you guys think? Ruin my life? Shoot the motherfucker and waste all my ammo on it? Or come back when I'm a little bit less of a bitch? Yeah, I've noticed. Oh, come on. That's clearly a note. Or like a biscuit with its brand carved into it. Uh-oh. Interesting to me that the game is so very willing for suicide. It's almost encouraged. It's the national pastime in this stage of Rome. I like the climbing animation. It's just like being on a fucking escalator. These might be climbable. Only they could support my weight. So, lose a few fucking pounds? What am I supposed to do? Get that cardio in? That's only gonna build up my fucking shin muscles. No, never do that again, you walking shoebox. What's with your hair, by the way? It looks like you're being peeled from one side. Is the other side just as sad? Almost. I love the way you walk.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
He's Spanish! Oh! Oh, God! Or is he just Italian? They are Romans, after all, but not a single one of these motherfuckers had an accent. It's a little bit ruined by the pube stash.
Fortune smile on you, brother.
Who the fuck is talking to me? I've never been around this many people before, and I'm scared, clipping that entire debacle. Yep, this suit, every time I make the slightest fuck up, needs to be immortalized. Completely agree. All that's left of my entire existence, like 100 years from now, should be how incompetent I am. What's your story? You know a way out of here. What do you think about the golden... Where's just wanna fuck? Where's like, hey, you wanna slip off to the catacombs and get eaten alive by that scary Wendigo flesh creature together? Quite the date, quite the date. Involves the wrong bodily fluid, but you know, no first date ever goes truly smoothly. Who are you gonna vote for? Let's get political straight away.
Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
That voice? Like I'm sinning just listening to you, man. And that's not my fault. This is no longer a city without sin ever since I showed up. Also, I have a gun, so I guess that kinda adds to it. Anything I can do to change that?
No.
Fair enough. No is a complete sentence, after all. Do you know a way out of here? No one is going to know a way out of here, but it'll be interesting to see how they react individually.
If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
Jesus! I was in love with you at first. Didn't you compliment me on the way past, too? Oh no, you gave me an... Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Also, no longer in love with you because the hair texture is so bad that it looks like your entire scalp is just on fire. You look ashen, or like it's one big freckle. You're a weird guy, dude. You're a weird guy. How can you be so 10 out of 10 and negative 10 out of 10 at once?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Puss in Boots has never been so rude to me before. Oh, that's Rufius! I forgot his name. What did they describe him as? Increasingly agitated Rufus? It's my life from now on. I know the feeling. I've lived through a pandemic. What are all these weird dev self-inserts throughout the game? You have to do it every single time. At least this one is slightly less painful than the Karen thing.
Then you know what I'm talking about.
Is he an ancient
all these
Karen?
people just
A
bumble
little?
along like nothing's wrong. Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out.
So, you're like, yeah, let's get rid of the one guy who's trying to keep everyone
Seems like
safe.
I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
You're like, oh man, these people are so stupid. Why do they keep doing this stuff? And then you're literally one of them. You're just self-aware. You just want to watch the world fucking burn. You're Heath Ledger's Joker without any of the magnetic sex appeal. What do you think is coming?
I don't know.
I only fuck men who blow up
Did you
hospitals.
ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking?
Bisexual with a very particular checklist.
Waiting for something. I don't like it.
I think you're right. I think you're paranoid. They're literally talking to me. Is no one else noticing that? One coughed on my head, dude. And everyone else just walking past like it's nothing. I think you're right.
Of course I am.
For I am agitated Rufus. And I will agitate your roof. What's your story?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but
Sharp and pointy.
Family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions.
Oh, the leg
The
irons.
6th. One they call Ironclads.
Wouldn't want creased legs after all. How'd you end up here? Why are you still wearing your legionary armor?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm.
And what's the gladiator fighting with?
Going to have to improvise now.
Oh, I'm so going to the chasm. I want every weapon this town has ever fucking seen. Not much of a talker, are you?
If you were dealing with what I am,
Your tongue isn't nearly as evolved as mine. What are you dealing with?
none of your business. Introiti ipsum commensula.
What? I'm intruding on your cum tarantula. I'm sorry, there's no cars in this world. I needed something to ride, but fine. How did you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
God, you suck. Fine.
We have to. Whatever.
Yeah, I fucking know. I can't talk to you. You want me to peel you like that motherfucker down there? Oh, you're my boy. It's Big Gary. Not Gary, Galerius. Gally.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
You're the adjacent Mr. Clean. Mr. Filth, because that role is already occupied. What do you think about the election?
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
Because of your unbelievably impressive chin. You don't need weapons. You would win any fight. You could take on the zombie horde down there. You don't even need to headbutt. Let's use the bottom layer. I imagine you don't even need cutlery. That would pierce through the mightiest armor. And meat, I guess. What do you think about the rule?
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive.
I imagine murder
I
isn't
say,
normally
let's
on many
spend
people's
less time
minds.
arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
Everyone's just really tired of having to live their lives the way that it is. He really got the time loop activated. Just in fucking time, huh? Even the adorable little farmer man's getting pissed. Maybe it's because you shaved yourself and it's very warm around here. Sunburn drives people truly insane. Do you know of a way out of here?
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me.
And I did kind of make her despise me. Probably gonna have to shoot her face off before we get anything good out of that. What's your story?
Well, it's a long one and kind of sad.
Does it involve the harvest being
don't
more
mind
impressive
telling
on
you.
another man's field? It's okay. One day you'll grow more than one sad ginger pube. And that's why he shaved his head. He wanted all the hair power to go down there. I have time.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum,
Oh,
with my parents.
that doesn't
and two little
exist.
sisters.
What the
Lovely
fuck
part
did
of the
that
world.
used to be? Or has
One day,
become
when
now?
I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. Sprinted so fast I almost threw up.
What if that's just
But
what they're
by
growing?
the time I got back,
What if they've got a field of
he was
axe trees? It's not his
blinking out
fault.
on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young, and it was a struggle. More raiding started before too long.
It's just a
We'd come outside in
supervillain
the
origin
morning to
story.
find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These legion thugs just took whatever they wanted.
You were such a
One
happy
night,
boy
when
5
my
minutes
sisters
ago.
and
I'm
I
so
had nothing
sorry.
left to steal. There was a knock at the door. I knew who they were and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle.
No wonder he's like, yeah, we should just let people get
There were
on with
more
the
of them.
murder, man. It's only
I
natural.
never
It's
saw
human
how
nature.
many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done.
Not only that, they shoveled
Still
dirt in your mouth,
burns
man.
whenever I think about it.
That's the final fucking insult. What the fuck? This guy was so cute. This guy was adorable, and he was perfectly ready and able to cut off my head when I first showed up. Maybe that's why he wants the vote to go through. Maybe I'm his final victim. Man, they all got that little bit of pube stash going on, huh? Disappointing. Disappointing. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them, and those of us who survived, they enslaved. Then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome.
Are you a freed
We sold
slave,
to
or
the
are you
highest
still a
bidder.
slave?
I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, romanized my name and everything.
So
Tried
it
to
did
escape
used
a
to be
couple of
Gary.
times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome.
Great Fire Rome.
Everybody
okay.
was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. Never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river.
It happens to literally everyone, and no one finds that weird.
Started my life over again.
That happened to me. I'm glad things worked out in the end, we say to the man wearing a burlap sack who can't even afford hair.
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans.
In Rome, surrounded by Romans.
Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself.
Oh yes, the mightiest carrot you've ever grown.
If his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began.
Jesus, you're heartbreaking.
Nemesis is waiting, and he'll get his. One day, he'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
Oh, he's such a cute little murderer. He didn't mean to. I like this guy. I don't think it's anything, unless he's like all the might of the UK. Unless this is Big Liz 2 personified, coming to slam down her righteous queenly fury of a 96-year-old frail bitch. I want to be the next pope. She'll get there eventually. Everyone deep down is Mr. Clean. There's a little bit of Mr. Clean inside of us all. I got the gallbladder. I wonder who got the part we're all waiting for.
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
You knew you liked me when I came out wearing clothes you don't understand, definitely deserving to be burnt as a witch, wielding a gun, pointing it at everyone I fucking find, speaking to the statues, and you like that?
Alright, see you around.
Holy fuck. This is weirdly beautiful. Can I swim in this? Yes, I can. I always forget that swimming is even a mechanic in this game, because you really wouldn't think it would be, right? Considering this is... Oh, that's very cool. Considering this is a game made by, like, 3 people, and it's as pretty as it is, man, I love when things like this happen. Also, the story of it just being a Skyrim mod. The Australia's government. Well, like, yeah, here's some money. The fuck? But butterflies are a good thing. Unless I'm leading myself to get highly fucking goldified. They're definitely goldified, but they can still move. Just proves that insects were the dominant race all along. What are humans fucking doing? Just bow to our overlords. We can't fly. Like, what the hell did we expect? Maybe I can head through there? Or do I just have to have better legs at some point? Do I get some kind of upgrade? Whose legs do I have to steal to become a cool guy? Ooh, box! Box! Free money! Finally! I haven't known where to get money this entire game. The rest of it was always considered stealing. I'm surprised that isn't considered stealing, to be honest, since it's gotta be fucking someone's. Probably a criminal stash, but then if it was a criminal, then the world would already be ended. This game begs so many fucking questions. I'm so excited to answer even one of them. But I don't want your fucking help. I'm a big boy. I'm a real boy now. Even though I'm definitely being puppeteered by forces beyond my understanding. Which is why the statues are trying to talk to me. What the fuck is that? Goose eggs. Laid by the city's goose. We only got one. Can I offer the goose eggs to the fucking guy? To the gladiator? The golden rule has been broken. Okay, no. Geese are not people. Geese don't have rights. If it was a swan, though, I would be executed. That is treason in the UK because the UK is stupid. I didn't know this existed. Oh, don't tell me that this is the secret path that Arrows? Possibly the last bottle of wine in the city? That's something I can bribe with. I fucking guarantee it. I love my gun. It's so stupid every damn time. Why did we go with this class? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This boy, he rotating. Okay, I don't know when the time loop just naturally restarts, but either way, I'm urinating in preparation. Ceramic bowl full of urine. They're saving it for something like bleaching clothes. Yes, a dark piss brown. It's my fashion. Theopolis had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Is the gladiator's insulting someone else in his own home? Or at least where he stores his magic box. Looks like he uses this to train.
Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla.
How the fuck did you guys get over here?
Right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw
Oh,
it
he's
coming.
such a lovely
Anyway,
guy.
I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
I bet she's the
Sounds like
fucking
you're torturing
peeled
yourself.
guy.
Leave that for the gods. Try to relax. Get some
Let the
rest.
gods torture you
Tomorrow's
later.
a
That'll
new day.
relax him.
I suppose you're right.
Fermented fish sauce. Oh, it's garum.
Ignorant.
I think I know about that.
There's-
I like
You
Rome.
know-
Horatius's chest. Oh, he's poorer than the fucking gladiator. What's the point getting paid for killing when you can just do it for fun? An ancient Roman cavalry helmet with an enclosed face mask and a plume. Plume. Dyed horsehair. Let's talk to the crazy bitch. It's definitely not gonna be her, but she might know something.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls.
Or she's just
But
spitting
it does
some
not
fire bars.
notice the crowds that come,
What do you think of the golden rule?
the bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
By bloodless shadows, I imagine she means the gold boys. It looks like that thing's mouth is just blobbing around.
Tomorrow's a new day.
But I think it's just the water pour. It just looks really stupid. I have no idea what that means.
They never do.
Do you know of a way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
The devil's taint. I see. Need help.
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Meaning if I fix this, it only makes things worse. Oh, she's looking at me! Does that mean she likes me? Are we flirting? Oh, what a beautiful, blossoming love story. Although I think we found where the piss bowl is going. That's to dye her hair. That ain't no clothes. What's your
The
story?
bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
So she's not talking about the statues, unless the statues were caught at some point doing their damn trades.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Hope I get to hang myself just like Al. Who? You do? Do you now refer to yourself as he? Model arena? Oh, that's cool. Lovingly crafted by someone who misses the outside world.
She's out
Salve,
there
stranger,
somewhere suffering,
and welcome to our
waiting to
idyllic
be
little
found.
slice of the Empire.
Sounds like
I'm
you're torturing
Dacius.
yourself. Leave that for the
Terrible
gods.
shame what happened to you,
Try to
dear.
relax.
But
Get
we
some
just
rest.
have to carry on, don't
Tomorrow,
we?
new
He
day.
looks like... I can never get his name right. Benedict Cumberbatch. Almost exactly. Okay, Bendy Dick, come and snatch. What do we do with you? Who are you gonna vote for?
Malleolus.
I'm amazed you even
I mean,
can in
Sapiens
that
didn't even keep his
outfit.
daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
What do you think of the Golden Rule?
It's terrible for inflation, is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here.
Oh, so
Of
giving
course,
gold
I
to
have
people
an
for
idea
bribes ain't gonna do
generating
shit,
real
huh?
wealth, but what I need is a bow. A simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Yes! Side quests! More blatantly useless bullshit! Let's go! As in the magistrate banned weapons?
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
Where am I cramming a bow? What orifice is that bottomless? The way he's looking around, he's blatantly screaming about crime with the police right behind him. As long as he does the face like a pursed asshole, everything's gonna be fine. No one's gonna know. I'll see what I can
Thank
do.
you, friend.
Your voice is just too adorable. I don't think there's any murders going down. You know the way out of here.
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims
Down
to
at the
know of a
tavern
way
that you're
out,
in
but
right fucking
I'm
now?
not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Really? Hadn't noticed.
Oh yeah, gotta watch out. Old Dacius has got your back though.
Old Dacius, who I can't tell is 15 or 65, has got my back. Okay, good. Good, that's really reassuring. What's your story?
You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale. I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome.
Like a
Mostly
bow?
sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. Fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge.
Was there a
So I
barge
gathered my
large
coins and
enough?
some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it. And I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin. So I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
And now I blow your fucking brains out. You chose the girl, right?
The girl? Weren't you listening? All my valuables or the girl? I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money.
But you
So I
said
put
she
me in the
was
car,
pretty.
and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide.
Apparently she was
And
a
in one
demon
swift
too.
motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
So you took her with you after all?
No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
You showed up here just like I did. Commiserations.
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
All it took was half fucking drowning, a shitload of brain damage, and the burning down of your entire former life and kingdom.
Very well. Another time.
What a lovely stroke of good fortune. You're not wearing any clothes, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed.
I love your clothes. So exotic.
Oh yeah, you were trying to fuck me before. I thought you were insulting me. Maybe you are. Maybe you're into that. Maybe it's a degradation thing.
Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued.
I can tell
I
by
can
how
tell from
violently
the way
you're
you carry
scrubbing.
yourself. You're a warrior, like Aeneas on a journey far, far from home. Such bravery.
Fancy giving me a little bit of the old scrub-a-dub-dub? No, fuck it, and you're as charming as you are beautiful. Flattery's gonna get us fucking everywhere, I'm sure.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
What? You came onto me?
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore.
You're
Let's
only
just
into
forget
me
about
if I'm
that,
not into it?
So we can at least do business.
It's gonna be a
So,
non-consensual
What brings you to my
scrub-a-dub-dubbing?
tavern?
Gross. Heard any interesting gossip?
Certainly. For 10 denarii.
I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people.
That explains the
Now,
toilet
she
brush
just
on your
stands
scalp.
around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair.
Here's another 10 denarii.
I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is.
He just lets everyone watch the filthy old lady.
Whatever you
Talk about something else. What do you think about the golden rule?
I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that.
Oh, wait,
As the saying
so what are you
goes,
drinking?
to drink
Is it
is
just like
human,
grog?
so we drink.
Since you can't make any, I said grapes. Wine? Oh, you got some kind of weird-ass garlic alcohol? It is Italy. Almost definitely. Do you know of a way out of
You
here?
know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
But you find me physically repulsive, so that's cute. But seriously, do you know a way out?
Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle.
I love the
So,
music in this game. What the fuck?
How
It's so
badly do you
atmospheric,
want
too.
it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
I showed up here with $1, which is currency you don't even understand. and it immediately became my face. If you have a way out, why haven't you used it yourself,
Simple.
actually? Yes.
It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet.
Well, you're never gonna be
I
fucking
like my
ready.
life here.
Because this day
One
repeats
day,
forever.
maybe, but not now.
Isn't it kind of unethical to keep all these people trapped here, knowing there's a way out?
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business.
Let's doom
Now,
200
you
fucking
wanted
people
to
for the sake of capitalism, shall we? Okay, Ancient Bezos, how do I know this isn't a scam?
If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that.
I don't even know if that breaks the golden rule.
Well, I can't tell you too much.
Lying
You
doesn't break the
figure it
golden
out for
rule, but I guess
yourself.
it's theft?
But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
Well, I don't have any fucking money
What's
right
the
now.
matter? Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others on occasion.
I'll track down the melon mole soon, but for now, what's your story?
Let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
I don't care. That's all I
All
get?
right. See ya.
I really did have to say no to get her interested. Oh, there is beer. Okay. A layer of small insects drowning on the surface. Just adds character. Makes it a nice full
You stay
flavor.
away
Looks
from
more
my
urine-y than the urine. Minerva. Okay. Signal immediately brushing off an actual goddess like that. Stealing. Nowhere else has had a locked chest, right? Maybe if I was fucking her, she'd give me access to the chest. Just because. Also, this one's screaming out the window.
Unless you want me
And she
to
still
slip some
sleeps here.
hemlock into your next drink. Get out.
Oh, I didn't notice that was happening. I almost got thoroughly arrested, and therefore thoroughly fucking murdered. I hear people screaming, but don't quite know why or fucking where. Committed no crimes, this is madness? Is the guy about to get executed? Whoa! I think Sentius is about to execute our boy. Also, Crazy Lady has $1 fucking dollar. But I don't know where any of this is going down. But once that dude dies...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
He got fucking slaughtered, didn't he? Run? Follow Sentius back to the shrine to use the portal again. But I am so far away. Also, I was pretty damn sure Sentius had died. I just don't know the right way. Can I drop down? I can take a little bit of damage for this. Yeah, I only stubbed a toe. Uh-oh. Oh, God. What if I die? Do I lose all my progress so far? I just don't know if I could have stepped in. And I wouldn't have ever spoken to these people anymore. Do I have to start with new people? Sentius is still corpse. Doctor Who, please save me. You gotta be at the other end of this giant space water slide, right? You always are. We're home. We're right back at the start. What the fuck?
Salve, friend.
I'm Mr. Clean. We've had this conversation before. I am your successor, clearly.
So, I've never seen you before in my life.
Can I tell him about the saddest moment of his entire life? Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to see Sentius so he can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
You don't know anything about this? No problem. I have to go.
And since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Is it another gun? Whoa, that's new. Zipline handlebar. Why?
Just
How?
attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking.
There won't be faster than running.
And
Have you
if it doesn't
seen me?
work,
I'm a
worst thing
demon.
that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Good, I'm your neck-breaking test monkey. I wonder if I can use this one. There's only certain things can be used as a zipline. Like ziplines, okay. Maybe the crazy lady's gonna remember me? Maybe she exists outside of the timeline for some terrifying fucking reason. Whose tongues? The tongues of the dead? Uh-oh. Yeah, I clearly don't have the item to utilize that just yet, but maybe I don't need it. Maybe I can just jump this one. Really? Why not? You look very jumpable, my friend. I have the worst legs in the Roman Legion. I am a shameful being. Alright, fine. Eventually, we'll learn how to climb the goddamn vines. It says if only it could support my weight, but how do I make myself a little bit less of a fat fuck? Are you gonna speak to me? How much longer do they expect the animation of you not being a floor
Salve,
dweller was
friend.
going to take?
I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
I'm so ready to shoot myself. I'm feeling a little on edge.
That's good, in a sense. If you're not on edge, you've not been paying attention. But on the bright side, once you've been here a few months, it's slightly less terrifying anyway.
These
We've
guys
all
have
been
lived
where you
months,
are
and
now.
yet I only get to live a
I
day.
remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night, contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
So, you're a Christian. Where the hell did we get that from? Maybe that's in the book that I have?
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now.
Jesus died
There was a
very
terrible
recently. We're
fire
all
in
gonna
Rome
miss it.
last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
This time he didn't even get magically CPR'd back from behind the boulder. It was really disappointing. Where's his little ancient magic tricks now? Your secret's safe with me.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate it.
How did I figure that out from absolutely nowhere? What do you think about the Golden Rule?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin.
Yes, the
where it
old
gets
Christian teaching of everyone's
true?
shit.
Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
I don't think so. I think people are fundamentally good. Where's the in-between? I think everyone's born with a completely different predisposition down to their brain and their raising and everything. I don't fucking... Some people are born psychopaths, that's obvious. So it's different, it doesn't fucking matter. Seems that way to me,
If that's
I
true,
guess.
then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
Hello, it's me. I'm the divine intervention. Oh, there's gonna be some intervention, alright.
I wish I shared your faith.
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not.
Wonder if I've lost all my
Although
money
I did
now, or
once
if
hear
that stayed
someone
with me.
gossiping down
My
at
gun
Aurelia's
stayed?
tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Aw, she's so afraid. I'll look into
I
it.
hope it works out.
It won't. You got the dumbest man possible playing this game right now. What's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labour for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
What happened? I imagine your husband cast you out after you were infected with the horrible affliction of ginger? How did that happen? Why is it just your roots? Is the shadow just really being mean to you right now? How'd you end up here?
Much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water rising up to hit my cheekbone.
Very,
I woke up
very
by the
specific.
river
How hard did it
without
hit your
trying,
cheekbone?
and stumbled across this place.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Yes, to keep you here for the eternal torture instead of hell. I guess hell's getting a little bit full. Guess there's a shortage of chairs. Don't you mean the gods?
Oh, yes, of course. A slip of the tongue.
I'll be going.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look
Dude's
forward
about
to
to
getting
jump.
to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
I'm right, aren't I?
No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
This didn't happen last time.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please, Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates.
Yeah, let's guilt him into never
I'm
ending
sorry,
himself.
but I just don't care anymore.
Oh, quick,
Please,
shoot him in the back of the
Opus.
head. At least it'll be a
Help
fun
him.
way to ruin the
If he
world.
goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Ugh, fine. Do you really think that suicide would break the golden rule?
I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives, and a debt bondsman isn't far off.
Good luck with that. Bye. All right, fine, I'll talk
Thank
to
you.
him.
And please, choose your words carefully.
But I'm a famous asshole. Go on then. Go ahead. The ancient, world-ending equivalent of do a fucking flip.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
If only I was that knowledgeable about anything here. I think you have the right to die if you're suffering badly enough. Do we appeal to his own sense of fucked up morals right now? Yeah.
You're not going to trick me. I'm no coward. I intend to go through with it.
Your knees look pregnant. I don't know if you've noticed. I just think there are reasons to stay alive.
Like what? I'm stuck slaving away for that culus cumulatis for the rest of my life.
What does that mean?
What do I have to live for?
Culus? If cunnus is cunt, and is culus cock? The congregation of cock? The cock cult? Oh god, they've heard about me. Maybe we can be friends.
You're just saying that to buy time.
Yes, exactly.
You must think I'm an idiot.
That didn't give me any other options.
Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Ask Ulpius how Scintilla would feel about his suicide. Interesting.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh lord.
So next time, I know how to fucking save him. I really love time loops, it's so cool. His suicide didn't break the golden rule. What does that mean?
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the golden rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it.
Oh yeah.
It isn't mine.
I forgot back in the day that Christianity was polytheistic. I believe in the really old versions of the Bible. If I'm right, God was like the god of Jerusalem, and then there was like a big dad god. Like Yahweh was the god of Jerusalem in that area, and then there was a big dad god who had like other demigod sons or whatever who were given different parts, and then it was changed a little bit to be like one god or something. No, was that my fault?
That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived.
What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all.
Oh!
And I'd best pray for poor
I was wondering why there was another palace. I guess Malleolus is... Thanks, shithead! What the fuck?